Yo, 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 yo. We back. The work. No, we did. Know how we did. $2,800. What it is. What it is. Hit that like button. So I had him out here threatening to put the police on niggas. Yo, Adam 22 can't claim civilian, man. Can't claim civilian, yo. Niggas need to let him know that. I think he's under civilian guidelines. That man can't claim civilian. Yo, but these niggas crazy though, yo. Yeah, and I don't think he understand that. I don't think nobody really explained that shit to him yet. Like, he keep acting like he's civilian. Of course I'm gonna go to police. Yo, you can't claim civilian, yo. Your content is surrounded by gang activity, bro. You a gang member. And 22 a gang member, yo. And I'm ready to put that in the title. I'm ready to change the title, yo. Adam 22 is a gang member. And he should be held to the same standard as any other gang member. Nigga, whole platform is designed around gang activity, yo. Street beef, jail, a whole platform. He interviewed guys on both sides. Tries to get both of them in the same room. He instigates beefs. Yo, you can't claim civilian after that. Civilians don't instigate beef. Civilians don't get in the middle of street politics. It's not civilian activity, man. Nothing he does says civilian. Everything he does says active gang member. Man, free Pee Wee Longway, man. Hood Rich Pablo 1, man. What's up, Alan? So Byron Blake talked about this nigga. You know, because I don't be watching these niggas. I wouldn't see nothing they do if it wasn't for other people. Hold on, while I go get some gas. Byron Blake did a video on him.
What if your next social ad was on TV? You already run social ads, but what about running ads on TV? It doesn't have to be some confusing process. You can just use Roku Ads Manager. It's a self-service platform that...
Yeah, man, we back with another one. I know y'all probably gonna like this one because it seems like a lot of y'all really, really don't like Adam. But let's get to it, man. I gotta keep it real. Hey, Adam, look, I gotta keep it real. This is why a lot of people don't like you, bro. Because it seems like you want to be involved in
gang culture and cover these things, but you don't know how to conduct yourself in this environment. Now, I got to keep it real. I feel like Adam's relationship with 1090 Jake was built around the fact that 1090 Jake was a white gang member of a black gang. You know what I'm saying? And his interview with 1090 Jake kind of came off like he was asking Jake, how do I deal with these people? You know what I'm saying? Like, was you put on hard? You know, and Jake's response to everything was, oh, yeah, you know, I'm white. You know, so I kind of feel like Jake is responsible for this to a degree because it was 1090 Jake who told Adam that he is not under gang politics. Y'all remember that? 1090 Jake told Adam on No Jumper he's not under gang politics.
At the end of the day, bro, you're not under gang politics. Fact. And at the end of the fucking day, you got to understand there's a business behind everything. People want to hear his perspective too.
So yeah, I blame Jake for giving Adam that very, very terrible piece of advice. Adam, let me tell you something. Anytime you have gang members, documented gang members, or non-documented gang members, people who just claiming whatever, anytime you are sharing a space with these people and you have people from different gangs and factions that may be beefing or just from different sides, these particular sets might not beef, but the gangs in total beef, you know, they opposite sides, 5, 6, red, blue type thing. You are under gang politics. You have to politic like a gang member. You have to be aware of what you say. You have to be aware of who you bring around. You have to be aware of things that they have said in the past because this could all affect you. For example, this situation we talking about right now with King Peel and the young Ant brother. That could have went left. That could have went far left. Somebody could have jumped up, no conversation, and it could have turned into a situation inside the studio that could have led to a situation outside of the studio. You have to have situational awareness where you can't be bringing people in who done diss certain people or, you know, don't bring it up. I understand you want to bring up every topic and make it seem like you can talk about anything and everything is straight, but you got to be conscious of what you're doing. With that said, let's talk about this King Peel situation. Now, if you've been following me, you know over the years, Adam has done some things that I really don't like. For example, I do not like the way that he talked to Mama Duck, FBG Duck and Brick Mama. And I say this with full-on confidence. If Duck was alive, he would have pulled up and beat Adam up. I gotta keep it real with y'all, right? He would have pulled up to No Jumper and it would have been ugly. You know, Adam has this thing where he feels like he can do or say whatever and nobody can respond or react to him. You know what I'm saying? He did the same thing with FBG Butter, you know, and several other people. Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. He thinks he can do whatever he wants to do. Now, in this case, he invites King.
The only reason he think that because niggas alive. It's like at this point, he got every reason to think that. Adam 22 has every reason to think that he can do whatever the fuck he want to do because that's what history has shown him. Yeah, man, he have done some of the wildest things, said some of the wildest things, and nobody does anything. Nobody does nothing. Niggas still sit up there, give him interviews, sell his soul for a motherfucking no jumper check, end up getting booked, and he just continues. The show continues. What the fuck is you talking about?
King Peel onto the show. They create this really crazy, bad, toxic environment.
So what happened, if people don't know, is after the King Peel and the Fat Ant Hefe situation, where Fat Ant Hefe was and King Peel, you know, they got into it over some gang shit that Adam brought to the table. It was a video release. I seen it on Point and Shoot page. I seen it. But a video came out where King Pear was pressing Adam about his bread. Adam was scared to death. He didn't know what to do with himself. Looked like he's ready. He probably to call the police that day. But I think it was a fallout from that. King Pear ain't never get paid.
Create this really crazy, bad, toxic environment, and they bring up this crazy topic. Now, there's a confrontation after the whole little, I don't know what, podcast or whatever you want to call it. I don't want to play that clip because it got kind of physical. You never know who might be trying to press charges on who or whatever. I ain't providing no evidence. But there was a confrontation afterwards. Some things were said. At some point, security get involved. They get to talking about a weapon. Nothing violent happened that day. Not that I know of. Nobody got hurt or.
So Adam called this man. See, this the shit that be pissing me off, yo. This that Charleston White shit, where you can say what you want, do what you want, and then when you get pressed about it, now they go to the police. Yo called that man gay, man. Said he got gay allegations. So when he said he gonna pull up the no jump, Adam 22 said he gonna put the police on. Like, yo, you can't antagonize people and not stand on it. Yo, like this world that we living in is crazy, yo. I don't know how it got like this. The way that you can antagonize people, disrespect people, say some of the wildest things imaginable about people, and if you run across that person, you don't gotta stand on it. You can call the police. Yo, this shit is crazy, yo. I don't know how they getting away with it.
Anything that.
One of the most common effects of supply chain disruptions on pad mount transformers for construction.
With all of these different things that he wanted to use to embarrass him. King Peel said, I'm gonna make you use that joint or I'm gonna take it. Basically saying, I'm coming to see you. Adam says, I'm sending this to the Burbank Police Department. If it stop the track, flag on the play. You can't do that, Adam. And this is hurting your no jumper stock. And some people gonna say, well, if he hurting his own stock, shut up and let him do it. You know, it's his downfall. But, you know, I gotta just give my opinion on this. That's what we here for. This is what YouTube is about. This is what's hurting your stock, Adam, because you cannot antagonize people. You cannot talk crazy to people. You cannot call.
Yeah, but it's not just Adam. They all do it. WAC 100 does it. Charleston White does it. DJ Academics does it. Like, yo, all these guys do that shit, man. That's what made me think they all working with the police. Like, it was the odds, yo, that every single one of these guys moved that way. And they at the top of the motherfucking chain. Poetic Flacco does it. Like, you can go on and on for days. They talk shit and then run to the police. That's not, yo, that doesn't make sense to me, man. That's not normal behavior from especially a black man. Yeah, man. Just for any man. Like, yo, if you don't want to get yourself involved in the situation, stay the fuck out of it. But these guys, deep, 6 feet deep in the situation, and then put the police on you. They put themselves in a hole and then put the police on you. Shit crazy.
All people things outside of their God-given name. You know what I'm saying? And then when they react, say, oh, I'm calling the police. It don't work like that, bro. That's not how it goes. And for you to be doing this is what people say no jumper is. It's all bad. Nobody wants anything to do with no jumper.
It's a federal platform. No jumper is a federal platform, man. We just was watching a video yesterday where Famous Richard Famous Richard said no jumper in his paperwork. Now I don't know if he's telling the truth or not, but that's what he said. He said no jumper interviews in his paperwork. Like out of all the interviews, why they keep grabbing no jumpers? They keep grabbing no jumper interviews. I told y'all, I think the feds be telling these people who to interview, man. The police be telling these people who to interview, probably give them some questions and all that shit. People think it's a game or it's a stretch of the imagination. I know it ain't.
People, the audiences, right? Like I got a nice little audience here. And my audience is adamant about me not doing no jumper. And this is why. It's not that they don't think I can conduct myself. It's that they know that 10 times out of 10, you probably gonna do or say something that'll piss me off. And they don't want to see me get up there, get pissed off, and not be able to control myself and end up in jail, because we all know that you're going to the police. It's without question that you are going to the police. Everybody already speculated. It's been a few instances where you've been accused of snitching, but now we seeing it right here. Adam saying, I'm sending this to the police department. People don't even play like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? So for you to be inviting these members up here and inviting people to your platform and feeling like you can do, this is where people say you have the slave master mentality. You know, I'm just giving you my observation.
Shit.
You know, I gotta keep it real. I can't sugarcoat this with you either. Gotta keep it real. This is why people say you have a slave master mentality, because you seem to think that you can do or say whatever and nobody else can do the same. You can't call that man, you know, a homosexual name and then be mad that he want to fight. That's what comes with it. That's what comes with it, you know? And I think that Jake told you so many of them gangster white boy stories that you just like, yeah. But then you get in a real situation and it's like, oh, hold on. It's not cool, bro. Threatening to call the police on somebody over a situation that you instigated, and from my understanding, you owe him some money. People like, oh, he gonna crash out over $200. It's not about the $200. It's the principle that you had me come up here. You did the content. You uploaded the content. You made the money already. That money was made within an hour. As soon as you put the video up and the views start rolling in, you made the money. I did my part. Pay me for my services. It don't matter if it's $200, $10, or whatever. People do a lot of gaslighting and trying to make a person feel like they wrong or they petty for, you know, pursuing certain things or speaking on certain topics. That's that man money. He got a right to want his money.
Look how he talking to him. But look how he talking to, like, yo, this man, like, yo, you shouldn't be talking like this if you can't stand on it, yo. You shouldn't be talking like that to people if you can't stand on it. So let me go back to what actually happened. Because point is, you got the video. There you go.
All right, so for this video, I want to talk to you guys about the 16 of Nashua instigating gang conflict between his employee Crip Young Aunt Hefe and this guy King Pill, who was a guest on the show. So let me explain. So King Pill is some guy from Pomona who's a rapper who has a song out where he disses the 8 Trey Gangsta Crips. And this guy,
remember, he just egged on the beef between King Pill and 4 Extra. Like, I don't know how he's getting away with this shit, to be honest. Like, I don't know what the fuck is going on in Los Angeles and with these over there, but that shit is like beyond my comprehension. I know for certain that shit wouldn't fly in Baltimore. It wouldn't fly in a lot of cities. Like, I don't understand how is he getting away with this shit repetitively. You know what I mean? Like, yo, after the first round of indictments, no jumper would have had to move. No jumper would have been done, man. I don't understand it. For real. Really don't.
Guy Young Aunt Hefe, this no jumper employee crip, Young Aunt Hefe, is an 8-tray gangster crip. And so, long story short, what
Adam ain't no civilian. Adam ain't no civilian. You can't be a civilian. How can Adam be a civilian? His whole platform is interviewing gang members about gang culture. He ain't no civilian. Yo, and he instigates beefs. Yo, him, DJU. Yo, you can't be no civilian if you instigating beefs, man. That's not civilian. Civilians don't instigate beefs. Civilians don't instigate beefs. Adam a motherfucking gang member, man. He ain't no different than the guys he bring on this platform. It's just for some reason they're not putting them under the same motherfucking microscope. He ain't no fucking civilian, man. It's not about getting his money. It's about instigating beefs, mad dude. He instigates beefs. He plays the middle of situations that can turn deadly. Civilians don't do that. Civilians don't do that. Civilians don't stick their nose in the street politics. You can't do that and say, and then when you can't put yourself in situations, and then when them situations come to light, then say, well, I'm a civilian. No, bitch, you a gang member, nigga. This ass need a DP. Not a DP this ass. That's the fuck he need. He need a goddamn DP. Put his ass on the wall like they used to do in the joint. The motherfucking civilian. Y'all better stop letting these niggas claim that shit. Charles White is civilian too. All the charges he got. Charles White got more charges than probably most of us. But oh, he a civilian. No, the fuck he ain't. He's a bitch. He's a rat. Just like Adam. Just like Adam. Alvin know everything, man. You know what I mean? Don't question what Alvin know, man. Alvin knows everything. I don't know how he knows it, but he knows it. It's my guy, man. Shut your bitch ass up.
What ends up happening is the 16 gets these two on a podcast together at the same time, and sitting right next to each other, and then he starts asking them questions about this diss.
This out of the slide.
Listen to it. You hear that question? Is that civilian? That civilian shit? You took the disses out the slide remix. Why the fuck do you care so much, Adam? If he took it out for a reason.
This makes young Aunt Hefe kind of mad because now he has to stand on his crippin'. He has to actually stand on business. And so what happens is young Aunt Hefe is forced to mark out King Pill and mark him out viciously and embarrass him profoundly. And King Pill did not like that one bit. And he blames the 16 of Nashua for orchestrating this by asking that conniving question about gang-related activity. And so by the end of this, King Pill got so mad at the 16 that they ended up having a physical altercation after the podcast ended, and the 16 was being chased around his office by King Pill, and he said that he was considering shooting King Pill. What? Not kidding about that. We're going to get into this right away. And I want to start here. This is the first clip. This is going to be arriving late. Young Aunt Hefe is real irritated with the fact that King Pill is a guest on the show. He doesn't like King Pill, and he is aware of the diss that King Pill had in his song. And he wasn't aware that King Pill was even going to be there until a couple hours before the show started. That King Pill had in his song. And he wasn't aware that King Pill was even going to be there until a couple hours before the show started. So he's really irritated about this. So when he shows up late, you're going to see him like barely acknowledge King Pill. And then King Pill is going to say, "What's up, blah?" What? And this is crazy. Okay, so watch this.
Oh, I thought you were going to be the last one for sure. Fucking Aunt Hefe in the building.
What's the deal, Black?
I thought the last one? Damn, that's dope that we're going to have.
Wow, so young Aunt Hefe is letting it be known that he doesn't want anything to do with King Pill. He doesn't look at him. He doesn't acknowledge him. He just completely ignores him and just quietly takes a seat next to him. And King Pill's adrenaline is boosting. Young Aunt Hefe as well. They both got that adrenaline rush, that pre-fight adrenaline. They are really nervous right now. And so this next clip is where it starts getting good. This is where young Aunt Hefe starts explaining why he's so late, and it's because he was having car trouble on the way to the show, but he doesn't stop there with his explanation. He goes further and starts talking about how he broke down in a rival gang neighborhood, and he does this purposefully. Young Aunt Hefe brings up this gang politics part of the story so that he can talk about how he's an 8-tray gangsta, so that he can assert himself over King Pill without actually directly banging on him. Does this make sense? Let's roll the clip.
Did you get that from the airport? Been caught on flat twice. I then there had a heat though situation. My shit caught on flat on Slauson and Crenshaw.
My tire caught on flat. What? I've never heard. Is this something that people say? My tire caught on flat?
On Slauson and Crenshaw. My shit caught on flat again on the freeway. Had to get off the freeway and take the street. Oh shit!
Go hit him with the no cert. Yeah.
Come on, stop it. Niggas know where I'm from, bro. Cut it out.
Your car broke down in a
Top hood.
Slauson and Crenshaw. Hey, see, certain niggas can't say I don't bang because they already.
So all young Aunt Hefe had to say there was that his tires caught on flat twice, and unfortunately he was late as a result. But he added these details about being in a rival gang neighborhood when his tires caught on flat, and we didn't need to hear that. But he brought it up anyways because he wanted to establish his gangsterism, and he wanted to check the temperature of this guy King Pill and sort of G-check him without actually directly banging on him, okay? And the 16 is just loving this. And so this next clip is going to be the 16 making a joke about what you should do if you ever break down in a rival gang neighborhood.
But he know damn well they knew who he was. He told them no search.
But if somebody comes up to you and says, "Hey, where are you from?" you just say, "I work for No Jumper."
He go hard. He trying, baby.
Hey,
You know King Pill?
Okay, so not funny at all. And I will say that I've never seen anyone fake laugh this hard at their own joke.
If anyone comes up to you and says, "Where are you from?" just say that you're from No Jumper.
And it's just not funny at all. And these guys have to fake laugh for their boss as he performs a crinkled nose laugh right in there. This is a CNL, by the way. It's a crinkled nose laugh. What? Everyone knows that a crinkled nose laugh is when you crinkle your nose while fake laughing at something that's obviously not funny.
That's all, baby.
hey.
You know King Pill?
No, we ain't never met.
Oh, we gotta do this introduction. King Pill, you never met Aunt Hefe.
What's the deal? What's the word? What's the word, man?
What's going on, my nigga? Fat half fat.
No, man. Seen Pill.
You guys got videos about each other, right? A little bit?
No, we ain't done no videos.
So the 16 uses the crinkled nose laugh to lightheartedly segue.
That nigga said, y'all got videos about each other, right? Hey, yo, what the fuck? If you thought they had videos of each other, why the fuck would you bring them up there? Just sit down and have a conversation. Unbeknownst to Fat Ass Hefe, because he ain't even know nothing about King Pill even being there. So you put these niggas in a trick bag. Oh shit. You put these niggas in a trick bag.
Segue into introducing these two. And so they are forced by the 16 to acknowledge each other at this point, and then they shake hands, and then they sort of make lighthearted jokes about each other, and it starts to look like things are going to be okay. But that couldn't be farther from the truth. But let's watch this next clip.
Videos about each other, right? A little bit?
No, we ain't done no videos. No, I just did like little videos and just, little shit on the internet, like joking and shit. We never did no. That's why people need to cut the bullshit, because I was on the way over here, like, I was in the car.
Oh my God, listen to this. This is where young Aunt Hefe says that on the way over there, his homie was explaining to him that the 16 had their op in the building, and they're referring to King Pill here. And so young Aunt Hefe feels like he needs to address this because of the pressure from the streets spilling over into the podcast.
Because he already got in trouble for the Whack 100 shit. Niggas is already on his ass about sitting next to Whack 100. So then Adam sits him next to another guy that he got issues with. It's making his character, it's putting his character in question.
World. And so we're going to see Young Aunt Hefe bring this up, and the 16 is going to act completely oblivious, which he is not. He knows exactly what's going on here. He has positioned this meticulously and completely. Now watch this.
That's why people need to cut the bullshit, because I was on the way over here, like, I was in the car with the homie, and the homie was looking at some shit, and he like, yeah, they talking about Adam, you know what I'm saying, got ops. I'm like, they ops, nigga. Like, what are y'all talking about? Like, nigga, I'm from A-Trade Gangsters in LA. Like, bro, like, what y'all mean Adam got ops in the room with each other? Like, what the fuck y'all talking about?
Do I? Who's ops?
So the 16 says, what? Who's the ops? He knows exactly who the fuck he's talking about. So the 16 knows what's going on. And what's going to happen next is the 16 is going to take it a step further and ask that fateful question. Why did you take those gang disses against the Trays out of your song? And this is really crazy because the 16 already knows the answer to the question. He's been explained the answer to this question by King Pill and others.
About song, and he doesn't want Bomb to Juno to be on a dissing people that will potentially start issues for Bomb to Juno. Hit a J3, laid it out for a super logical. I just wanted to hear King Pill explain it, you know? Like, I didn't think that Aunt Heavy was going to turn up like that.
But for some reason, he wanted King Pill to...
How would you see this? The dumb shit. See this the ignorant shit that he plays stupid. Why would you want him to explain? You got an 8-Trade Gangster on your platform. You know why he took the verse out or took the disses out. But you want him to explain it in front of an 8-Trade Gangster. In his mind, he didn't understand how that was going to cause conflict. Yo, that nigga ain't stupid. Adam just plays stupid when it's convenient. Because he's allowed to do it. That's why I say Adam ain't no motherfucker. This is not civilian shit.
Explain these gang politics on his podcast live in front of someone who he may or may not have dissed.
What? You took the disses out of the Slide remix.
What would you say to somebody that hasn't tried therapy before?
Just ask yourself if what you're doing in your life right now is working.
Or may not have dissed.
What? You took the disses out of the Slide remix.
I knew this nigga was gonna bring this shit up.
Hey, and Hefe, I don't even want to tell you one of the disses that was in the original Slide first.
We ain't doing that one.
Yeah.
Well, you knew he was gonna do it. I knew he was gonna do it.
But you took him out.
Yeah.
But there's multiple disses.
Yeah.
It wasn't just that one.
I know. And his version of that word means something else.
Yeah, a lot of my shit that I was talking about was in my local community.
Now he playing them against each other. Well, his version of that word means something else. Like, yo, this is egregious work, yo. Aunt Hefe should have slapped Adam. You know what I mean? Like, yo, niggas is going, like, yo, how is they allowing this motherfucker to play puppet master like this for this long? If anybody would have got pressed, it should have been Adam. If Aunt Hefe had anything to say, it should have been directed towards Adam, not King Pill.
Science.
Civilian how? Ain't no motherfucking civilian. Adam is an active gang member, man. Adam probably more active than the guys he bring on this platform.
His version of that word means something else.
Yeah, a lot of my shit that I was talking about was in my local community, you feel me? But yeah, shit, I took it out to reach a wider audience, you feel me?
So I want to be clear here. So the 16 knows the answer to this question already. He just wanted King Pill to say it in front of Young Aunt Hefe because the 16 wanted Young Aunt Hefe to take off on King Pill for content. Because even the chat knows the politics. The 16 said that Young Aunt Hefe and King Pill were both looking at the chat, and the chat was taunting both of them and saying that you know, even the chat is aware of the politics. So for the 16 to say he wasn't aware and that he's just ignoring this whole thing is cool. Everybody knows the politics, even me. What? So this next clip is going to be the mark out. This is where Aunt Hefe marks out King Pill and establishes his dominance over his gangsterism. And this is really something because this could have gone violent. This could have developed into something much more treacherous than it was, thank goodness. But this is the mark out, and so Lush, and even Lush knows the politics. Lush is like, you didn't like that. This wasn't the only diss, you feel me? Like, you didn't really think that this was gonna really offend anyone, did you? and it's just pure comedy. So this is it. This is the mark out. This is Aunt Hefe marking out King Pill behind some street shit. Watch this.
But you probably, when you recorded that, you probably weren't expecting it to be like what it became, huh? You didn't know that was going to be like
Man, I was just giving that shit to my audience, you feel me? We ain't gonna let that linger on. I'm from 83rd Street, bro. Like, and that shit just the set, you feel me? Like, I know where he from on the set, and I don't play into the little fake politics. He ain't dissing a Trey. Set. Period. I'm not barring no disrespect from no nigga. Ain't never barring no disrespect from no nigga. Period.
Who said
You know
somebody disrespected you?
But still, the topic coming up.
Yeah, that's what
I'm talking to this man, bro. I'm talking to him because the topic lingering, bro.
That I'm disrespecting you?
Bro, you not hear what I'm saying?
Nah.
You said you from a community, right. and you said where it's aimed at.
But it ain't this show said though.
And that's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying though.
Okay, so we saying the same shit. So we saying the same shit.
Okay, for sure,
We
yeah.
don't gotta talk about it. Yeah. For sure.
Wow, so this was an actual mark out. So young Aunt Hefe marked out King Pill and established himself as the dominant party. He basically gave King Pill instructions on how it was going to be, and he pretty much said, I'll whoop your ass if it's something different. You know what I mean? Like, he really really marked him out. Now, what King Pill probably should have done in order to avoid getting marked out is he should have rose to his feet with balled fists, stood over young Aunt Hefe and asked him what he was on. What? And at that point, if a squabble were to take place, it would be justified or something like that. But this was provoked by the 16. This was instigated and orchestrated by the 16. This is only my opinion, of course. The 16 says differently, though. I want you to hear the 16's explanation.
Now, a lot of people tend to ascribe malice to things that are actually the product of just ignorance. So I do have to kind of like say that.
Yo, but how this is the thing, yo. How many times is people going to allow Adam 22 to get away with what he calls ignorance? Like, yo, if you out here interviewing gang members, then, yo, you need to know the motherfucking politics. And I think he's lying, for one. But, yo, you can't just keep being ignorant in the world. You know what I mean? Like, if niggas get killed for ignorance every day. You can't keep you can't keep sliding. Or I don't really know. Well, maybe you should stop interviewing these guys. Maybe you should stop bringing them on your platform, Adam. If you don't really know, but the problem is he does know. He just doesn't fucking care, because for some odd reason, he's able to slide under the cracks, and he's able to do some of these things and it go unnoticed or go unapproached. He could just slide up under ignorance. So I'm a civilian. Nah, bro, you only get to do that shit twice. You only be ignorant twice, yo. You can only slide with the I'm a civilian. I ain't know no better. You get 2 times, yo. After you do that shit 3, 4, 5, 6 times, yo, that shit don't slide no more. At that point, you choosing to be ignorant. You ain't ignorant because you ignorant by a choice. You ain't ignorant because you just don't know. He talking about he was ignorant, bitch. This smack is ignorant ass.
Kind of like say that my idea was not, oh, let's say this thing that's gonna heat shit up between Aunt Hefe and him. It was just literally like, that was not written down on the list of topics. It just popped into my head and I just said it. And as I said it, I kind of realized like, oh, okay, there's like a weird overlap here, because one of the people that song might have offended is actually in the room. But that being said, was it intentional? Did I know that was going to happen? I mean, I don't have that level of foresight. I've actually never really seen that level of aggression or anything even close from Aunt Hefe.
And, you know, so
the 16's trying to gaslight his own audience once again, when everyone knows that the 16 is well aware.
No, it's not, Probably. Not when you interviewing gang members, dumbass. See, why you couldn't just say, if you interviewing gang members, you should know about the politics. If you interviewing gang members from 2 different gangs, that's what Adam does. That's what his platform is built around.
aware of the politics in that city of angels. Now, this next part is where it starts getting kind of crazy, because King Pill, the 16 is going to explain that King Pill approached him with a hostile demeanor after the show ended, and he was demanding money. Now, King Pill didn't give a shit about the money as much as he gave a shit about getting marked out. And so he makes this story about wanting money and blames this whole thing on money, as if he all of a sudden gets mad about money. And he does this because he doesn't want to appear like a little bitch that didn't want to do anything in the moment, and then later on he wants to do something. So he blames his hostility.
That's not it. He mad Adam put him in a trick bag. That's what he mad about. Ain't about him being no little bitch. He mad Adam put him in a trick bag. Yo, why would you put me in this type of situation, bro? At this point, King Pill done been up on Adam 22 platform at least 15 times. Now, I don't really watch it, but I know he been there. So, why would you put somebody that's a frequent guest on your show in a trick bag? To where so now he got to defend something that if it never came up, he would have never had to defend. That's why he pressed him about the money. Yo, give my motherfucking money, yo, because it really wasn't about the money. It really was about the game that he played. Not that he got marked out like a little bitch. You know, Point Sheep be making everything funny, but everything not funny all the time.
His hostility on this money demand, and we all know that it's not over the money. It's because he wanted to get even with the 16. Now listen to what the 16 says happened after the show.
I go, hungry as hell, start heating up my meal in the microwave. As I'm heating up the meal in the microwave, King Pill comes over to me and he says, yo, what's up with the money for the episode? He's saying, yo,
1410.
She'll send it to you by the end of the night.
Because he wanted to get even with the 16. Now listen to what the 16 says happened after the show.
I go, hungry as hell, start heating up my meal in the microwave. As I'm heating up the meal in the microwave, King Pill comes over to me and he says, yo, what's up with the money for the episode? He's saying, yo, like, can you send me that money right now? I said, yeah, you know the group chat that I put you in with Josh? Just text that and Josh will send it to you by the end of the night. He goes, by the end of the night? He's like, I'm trying to get paid right now. I need that money to get home. His energy is weird. He's walking towards me. He's like really like kind of getting close to me and stuff. Pull up the No Jumper Instagram. Yeah. So he's kind of pressing me right now. He's saying like, you know what, can you send it right now? I said, Josh can send it. He goes, can you make him send it right now? I'm like, if you want, you can call him. He goes, why can't you call him? He's like, it's your business, you can call him. He's like just pressing me about like the dumbest shit possible right now. And those are all his boys.
You see how Shorty tried to reach out and like grab his hand and tell him to chill too, really subtly?
Yeah. That's me walking away and being like, bro, you need to chill.
Okay, look at how scared the 16.
Now he playing victim. Now he a victim now. Yo, this shit is unacceptable behavior, y'all. I'd be glad when people stop allowing that shit.
He's so scared and terrified and worried, and he's so cowardly. He's like, you need to stop, bro. You need to chill. He's trembling in fear, and he's a pussy, and this is why Lena's on that boat. What? Because he's not a man. He can't defend himself, much less another woman or child. And he's like, he fucking terrified about his personal safety. He thinks that he's about to get beat up, and he's shaking like a French soldier. He's literally trembling. He's completely forgotten about his food. All he's worried about is looking around, looking for someone to come save him, and he's like scrambling to safety inside of a cubicle. Look at this.
Like, Josh will get it to you, whatever. Okay, go. And like you can see, he's kind of like in my face now, right? Look at the way he's walking towards me. Look at the body language. Look how he's like, and then look he just bumped into me, and then I kind of like push him away, and then his boys jump in here. They're pulling him away. They're separating him. So what's he do? He pulls out his phone. Typical internet thug. Pulls out his phone, starts filming.
Now he internet thug. Why wasn't he internet thug when he pressed you? He wasn't internet thug when he was in your face. You didn't tell him that. Why didn't Adam call him an internet thug when he was right there in his face, man? What's up, Chelsea?
I'm sure he's gonna drop this footage at some point. He starts calling me the F slur. Starts acting like I'm a bitch. The reason why I'm in the cubicle now is because I was looking for a lighter and I was actually grabbing one off of Mikey's desk.
Did you know that nearly half of U.S. TV streaming time is on Roku? With Roku's new
Niggas is crazy, man. Nigga better stop letting these niggas get away with
Roku's
shit.
new self-service ad tool, it's easy to set up your...
The reason why I'm in the cubicle now is because I was looking for a lighter and I was actually grabbing one off of Mikey's desk. So I'm trying to light a spliff right now.
What? So you're walking around frantically because you're looking for a lighter because you need to smoke a spliff even though you're starving and you were just heating up food 12 seconds ago? What happened to your food? Aren't you hungry? If you're so calm and collected and smooth and cool, why don't you just walk around and eat your food and be unbothered? So that's crazy. So the 16 was so scared that he forgot that he was hungry. And I want to say that it was an outright lie that he told us too about looking for a lighter to smoke a spliff. He's not looking for a lighter. He's looking for a weapon. He's looking for his wife's pepper spray. What? Now for this final segment, I want to show you this very troubling, very concerning clip where the 16 admits that he walks around with a gun and that he was contemplating during this altercation, he was contemplating shooting King Pill and ending his life with lethal force. This is actually crazy. Watch this. This is unhinged.
The 22-ster, keep that fire on him. So when King Pill is doing all this, I'm starting to do the math in my head. And I start thinking, okay, so what's the line that needs to be crossed here in order for the 22-ster to blick on cut? Now, in my head, what I established almost immediately was like, if he punches me, I'm pulling out and I'm going to start shooting at him, okay? That's what's going on in my head. It's like, yeah, that's the line that needs to be crossed here.
Take it through with him.
Him just standing close to me is not enough for me to turn this into this kind of situation, right? But either way, like it ended so quickly.
Wow, so the 16 does a great job here of demonstrating his...
Now he was gonna kill him. Yo, nigga's crazy, yo. See, so he bring these gang members up there. He the only one strapped. He got everybody at a disadvantage. But he's strapped, he's protected. But the gang members that he bring up there, they ain't protected. Man, niggas stupid. This shit keep going to no jumper. I don't even blame Adam. Like, they grown folks. They dumb as a bitch. But at the same time, Adam on some flaw. The shit he doing is flaw, yo. You can't do all this talking and do all this instigating and then talk about going to the police and shit. That shit phony. I don't know. That's crazy, Al. Yeah, man. See, I don't talk about, like, I don't know who Mellow Buck's father is. You feel me? Like, nobody, like, he's not a rapper. He's just Mellow Buck's father. Like, I don't give a fuck about that shit for real. A lot of niggas rats. I'm more worried about the people that move needles in the culture, the people that have say-so in the culture. Adam, Mellow Buck's father has zero say-so in the culture, bro. I don't give a fuck. Be honest. But yeah, I'm ready to take my ass to work. I don't know if he licensed or not. More than likely he is. I just don't like the fact that people allow something to skate and get away with shit that can't nobody else get away with. If I ran my jumper like no jumper, I'd have been in prison by now or been dead. You know what I mean? It's like we allow yo to just do anything and say anything and nobody over there says nothing. A whole bunch of pump faking. He should at least been punched in the mouth. At the very least, if he ain't got robbed and stripped and beat, at the very least he should have been punched in the mouth by now. That nigga ain't even had a bloody lip. But my thing is too, is people keep trying to say he's a civilian. That nigga ain't no motherfucking civilian, yo. He done did too much instigating to become a civilian, yo. The civilians I know don't instigate beefs. I mean, I don't know which civilians y'all know, but the civilians I know, they don't indulge themselves in street activity on no level. You know what I mean? They don't care about it, they don't worry about it, they don't know about it. They mind their motherfucking business. They go to work, do whatever the fuck they do, fuck with the females, and stay the fuck out the way. Adam does none of that. Adam is immersed in street activity, in street business, and in that sense, he's a gang member. Honorary. He ain't no motherfucking civilian. His ass need a DP. But yo, make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Appreciate it, Chelsea. It's another day of keeping you new in the room.